So the iPhone 13 is one of those phones Apple made many years ago, and I've been keeping a close eye on this particular phone. I've went through and I've installed iOS 26 on it. I've installed iOS 18 on my iPhone 13s as well, and I've been looking at the resale value, kind of what you can kind of get inside of this phone right now. And what I'm thinking about is, although for some other iPhones I probably would recommend people to sell them, I kind of think with the iPhone 13, you would probably be in a good spot if you actually end up keeping your iPhone 13. Meaning if you actually went through and ended up keeping this phone and not really reselling it or going through and buying a different phone, if you're okay with it, buying something like an iPhone 13 is probably a good, decent experience. And I feel like if you still want to end up using this phone as of this point, I feel like that's actually a pretty decent idea. Now, like I said, if you have, all the money in the world and, go for the latest and greatest phone, but I would say that if you're going to go through and buy a phone, buying something like an iPhone 17, I think is a great idea, but an iPhone 13 still is a really decent option for the price that you're paying for. I think iOS 26 so far has been a pretty big hit, in terms of features and everything that you're getting for it, but the stability is kind of lacking. But I would say the stability from an iPhone 12 and below, like all the 12 Pros and the 12 Minis and 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max, those phones are actually, for the most part, significantly less stable than something like the iPhone 13. The 13 is a good sweet spot, and I feel like you're actually getting a pretty decent experience on that phone, although I still would recommend sticking with iOS 18. If you have an iPhone 13 on iOS 18, I feel like that type of phone would be a very good solid choice, and I would honestly recommend a lot of people to go through and buy that type of phone if you want to get a good value per dollar and you don't have to spend too much money for a phone that's still supported with software. So if you have a 13, I'd probably recommend keeping it. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.